You're a grad student.
Mm-hmm.
And there's approximately 30 people here. Sometimes it's up to 70.
Yeah, it can be over 100 depending on the day, depending on what we need.
Yep.
Yeah, and our demands are very clear. MIT is a very unique institution when it comes to investments with Israel and Israeli companies and companies aiding in the occupation of Palestine. We do direct research with the Israeli Ministry of Defense. There's roughly $11 million in the past, it's like 10 years or so, that the Israeli Ministry of Defense has sent to MIT professors to do research. Research projects consist of autonomous drone swarms, killer drones, persistent underwater surveillance research. These are things that are so obviously contributing, obviously contributing to the death and destruction of Palestine, of the Palestinian people in Palestine. And so, you know, we all grow up. I'm a researcher. I'm a scientist, and you grow up and you're always told you can do amazing things and contribute to society and do research for good. And this is obviously in complete contradiction to what we were told we can do. We're gonna be here until MIT realizes that they cannot have a normal day while they're doing research for genocide, and every day we're in negotiations, and I think eventually they'll realize this is not sustainable.
Yeah,
this is a death machine.
Yeah, and that was actually my next question. Like, what is the plan? Because I know I've read through media that they say, oh, they're giving the students 48 hours and that sort of thing. And you guys got to get out of here. So you're basically going to stand your ground.
We have resolve because we know that Palestinians in Gaza have resolve, and as long as they have resolve, there's nothing that MIT can threaten us with that will instill fear in us.
The school year is almost over. So what is the encampment's plan for after May whatever? Are you guys going to stay here? I personally think, obviously to make an impact, you would want to, but I just wanted to hear from you.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. This is certainly the liberation struggle of the Palestinian people is something that does not end.
Nope.
When this encampment is done, depending on when it's done, how it's done. We know that we're going to keep fighting. We're deeply organized.
Do you have you experienced any problems with any counter protesters here?
They've come in a couple times, but it just doesn't. We don't engage with them.
Yep. Smart.
All they're here to do is rile us up.
Yep.
And so it's not necessary to engage with them. Our focus is not students, staff, faculty who are coming in, outside folks who are coming in to agitate and escalate the situation. Our focus is really direct. We're locked in on MIT and their research. It's not that many research projects, but these are research projects.
It's directly connected.
It's directly connected to the Israeli Ministry of Defense, and it's contributing to the death.
It's like finite.
Yes,
right.
It's like it's something that is actually reasonable for MIT to cut away from, but the fact that they're pushing back so hard is showing MIT's true colors, their priorities, who they see as people, who they
exactly
don't.
Money.
Yep.
Corporate greed and no common sense.
Yeah.
What was the other question I had? Have you had any folks? So conversely, have you had any like Jewish folks come in and say that they support you? And
So I'm with the MIT Jews for Ceasefire.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Which is one of the student groups. We're not just a student group. We're student, staff, faculty.
Yeah.
We're one of the student groups within the MIT Coalition for Palestine.
That's great to hear.
And so, yeah, I mean, as a Jewish person, I was raised in a diverse family. It was instilled in me at a young age that Jewish solidarity was deep within the civil rights movement. Yeah, I mean, like, it was instilled in me at a young age that Jewish safety was deeply intertwined with other oppressed people's safety. We all have never again for anyone. We had a Passover Seder here last
I
Tuesday.
read about that.
It was like roughly 150 people. It was
Crazy.
beautiful. But we really like sat down and thought about the Passover story, the Jewish liberation from ancient Egypt, and just I just reflected for multiple days after just the parallels between the ancient Jewish struggle for liberation and Palestinians in Gaza right now, and it's just like it's the demographics within the Jewish community are changing. We understand that the Israel story, that Jewish safety is only achievable through a Jewish supremacist state is a lie, and we all live in a world around a million other people from a million different ethnicities and backgrounds, and for most of us we're in some way or another oppressed in this white supremacist imperial country, and the more we can be in solidarity with each other, the safer we all will be. Actually, no.
Are you going to class? Like, what are you doing?
Well, I actually just defended for my PhD.
Oh, excellent. What's your PhD in?
Chemistry.
Excellent. My dad was a physics PhD.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I defended the day after we started the encampment.
Holy shit.
So it was busy time.
That was stressful.
But I think it's like late May. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not really
I guess
sure.
I do have to go to graduation this year, which is cool.
So you're going to be done after this year.
Yeah, but there's the organizing does not end when
That's
you're,
right.
When you're done with school. There's an alumni network. There's just a community network. This is a Boston-wide coalition.
Yeah.
Now national-wide coalition.
It's
of
insane.
It's kind of
universities.
exploding, right?
It's almost, there's like new universities every single day that are on the list,
Yeah,
and
every
they
time
have an
they
encampment.
squash one, 3 more pop up. This is going to be an ongoing problem for years for universities, for companies. Basically, any major institution in the United States is going to be reckoning with the people rising up and challenging the status quo. We're like you guys said before, making weapons is profitable. We need to make it as inconvenient and unprofitable as possible.
Right.